end of kind of a day where I didn't do much actually. As you can see, we got all of our soybeans in. That's what all those boxes are. We actually had a little bit of a soybean accident, but got some on the floor, but we got that fixed. Seeds in the planter. We're ready to plant soybeans. Tender in the back of the barn. But guess what? It is supposed to rain. Like actual rain is supposed to happen over the next 3 days. And so I'm going to put some of the equipment away. We're going to pray it rains. The corn is looking good. It's coming up. It could use a rain. The wheat, what's left of the wheat, could use a rain. And this country, we just need a rain. This dry country out here needs a rain bad. So we'll see what happens here. But we're going to put everything in the shed that we can. There is the John Deere fired up. Now the sprayer. We'll turn the lights on. So you can see, it's like driving a monster truck. It's really cool. It's one of my favorite things to run. Actually, I don't get to run it all that much. My cousin Connor does most of the spraying, and so he'll run ours. They also have a big sprayer. So sometimes we run them both, and then I get to have fun with him and do some spraying on a calm day. But most of the time it's him. Good enough. Turn the lights off. See the planter sitting over there. Idle her down, shut her off. Coolest thing about spraying is you can go real fast, and these booms that are on the back, they're 90 feet wide. So you can spray at about 12 to 14 miles an hour, 90 foot wide. You can really get over the acres, as opposed to like you're planting, you're 30 foot wide going about 6 mile an hour. So it's a lot different. Some of you have probably seen machines like that going down the road, but we'll talk about the sprayer a little bit more in another video when we do the machinery tour. But give them plenty of room. It's actually pretty hard to drive, go down the road. They go pretty fast, but got all the important machines tucked away, and we've got a couple tractors sitting now, but it won't hurt if they get wet. It'll clean them off a little bit. They're a little dusty. And so we'll give you some updates on the status of the rain. If it rains, we'll probably be out of the field for a couple days. And so it's Sunday today. And so what I'm hoping for is we get an inch of rain or so, and then by Friday, we're out planting soybeans. And so we're going to get rolling on the beans. We've got 3 center pivot irrigation systems of soybeans to plant. That's around 390 acres. Keep you updated on what happens with the rain, and we'll see you then. Well, it did not rain. Did not rain enough to matter. And so we're going to get the irrigation pivots going so that we can plant soybeans. And pretty much the wheat's going to be terrible no matter what now. So that's farming, right? So we'll try again. Yeah, just getting pivots ready. You can see the one behind me. And then we'll probably start planting soybeans this afternoon is the goal. This is one of our diesel engines, and it is loud. So what we're doing is we're flushing the system right now. And then this one, we're gonna get it going. Kind of see Ethan's way down there. He's got the cap off so it flushes flushes the rust and stuff out of it, so we're starting fresh. But this is not how you like to do it. You do not want to have to water your soybeans before you plant them. We're going planting. It doesn't rain, so we're going to plant. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to go plant some soybeans. We are heading to plant soybeans. Got to put fuel in the tractor first. It's a beautiful Saturday. Love doing a little farming on a Saturday. It's not a bad side gig, you know, to go clear your head. And here comes Ethan back. We're getting close to 12 o'clock, and there's one thing you can tell. Here, you'll see him zip by. There's one thing that you can tell when it's 12 o'clock. A 17-year-old goes and looks for food. Got to put a little dinosaur juice in it. They don't go far without the diesel fuel. Fuel, and as you can see, this is a dry land spot where the circle can't reach. You can see the circle out there. It's watering the wheat, and this wheat is already putting little heads on, as you can see. That's the wheat head there. But this is not ideal. We will have to cut it, but it will not produce a lot of grain. That is for sure. What is that, you might ask? That is the the planter operator air right there. Somebody forgot to hit that spot. That somebody might have been me. That somebody might have been me. So you kind of can see, and you can see out there the difference. I'll take you out and look at the irrigated one of these days, but it doesn't have heads yet. See, that's what wheat does. When it feels real drought stress, it hurries up to try to make grain, and that's what's happening, because this wheat, if it was healthy, we wouldn't be seeing heads yet. All right. Fueled up and ready to go. Well, we are rolling now. Got as you can see, we're no-tilling into corn stalks, which is kind of an interesting, you know, the old timers would have never thought of doing anything like that, but that's pretty common around here now. You save fuel, save moisture, all those things when you no-till, and so it's worked well for us for years and years and years. And so it looks a little different, and you're like, how does it do it? Well, this planter is actually designed to no-till, so it's got down pressure, and it's made to move the residue out of the row, and so it works just fine. So we're moving. We're planting about 160,000 seeds per acre. As you can see, that's actually what we're dropping. If you remember back with corn, we were only planting like 30,000. So that's a big difference, but it takes a lot more soybeans per acre to produce a crop. And so you have to fill up with seed about 3 times as often, I think. Is what I figured one day. I only get about 60 some acres out of when I fill, and on corn it would even be more than that. I'd get about 190, something like that. So, and there he goes. Ethan is off. I'm gonna go do some odds and ends. We're just planting away. Well, just when you think you're gonna have nothing to do and You got Ethan planting, and I'm going to have time to do some other stuff. One of the circles stops. And so the one that we started this morning and we flushed and got going, I don't know why it stopped, so I got to go check it out. So the question is always why did it shut off? So it was about right here. I got to here and it shut off. And so it is difficult sometimes to know why. So first, make sure the oil levels, looks like it's got good oil level. This is a diesel, so that's not the problem. Okay, that's not the problem. So I guess what we're going to do is start it back up and see if it'll work. That's all I know to do. So I figured out why it's not working. So this is not supposed to be here. And it looks like it's the U-joint. So I have to get a U-joint and fix that. But I'm not going to do that today. The main goal is to get the planter moving, so we'll do that probably tomorrow or something. But that's how these go sometimes. Always something. Always something. Well, we let Ethan go turkey hunting, didn't we? And look who I've got in the cab with me now. Say hi, Brianna. Hi. She's super enthused. Back the planter, we've started. And as you can see, there are the soybeans in the ground in the seed trench. Probably putting them in 1.5 inches. Let's see. Yeah, probably 1.5 inches, which is about perfect. So just gonna walk across here, make sure we're covering them all up. We're gonna water them anyways. We're gonna water them once after we plant them again, so it's not really important we get them all in moisture necessarily. So, but it's looking pretty good. We're still going. But I got a different rider. Say hi, Lauren. Hi. Hi. Brianna got tired, but Lauren's just getting started. Look, and she brought me a body armor drink. Thank you, Lauren. And you brought me 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches too, didn't you? Yeah. Did you make them? No. You didn't make them? Who made them? No. Mommy made the sandwiches. All right, well, we'll keep rolling. So it says row 3 is not planting. And I just want to, my guess is something's plugged. Yeah. No, that's not plugged. Oh no. We'll have to try something. Sometimes a sensor goes crazy. So we're going to back it up. And we're going to see if that's what it was. I hope that's what it was. If not, I'm going to get to take the whole row unit apart. And that's not a good time. It's not too bad. See what it does. No. Row 3 is not planting. The mystery continues. So, not sure what is wrong here. We will try to discover. I don't think that's supposed to sound like that. change that out for that. Put a new one of those on, or if it's this shaft gear, that's gonna be really bad. That is gonna mean cold jump gear. Everything was going good, and I think this thing is all locked up in here in this clutch. And so it's about 8 o'clock. I'm just gonna quit, and then I'm gonna call for help to try to get this going on Monday. Well, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it fixed tonight, so we'll have to wait. Just work tomorrow. I didn't even make it to sunset. Close, but not quite sunset. So I guess this will wrap it up. We'll try again next week. We'll get somebody to fix it. Thanks so much for watching these videos. It's been pretty cool to hear people have have interesting conversations with people I wouldn't normally get to talk to because they've saw one of these. So make sure you keep sharing them. Like, subscribe. That's what all the cool kids say. It's just been fun making them. Tonight's not as fun though, I'll have to tell you. It's more fun when everything works. But I didn't cuss or nothing. You know, sometimes you do that. I got mad. Maybe there's good accountability doing this. It's just how it goes. And we'll try again next week. See you later.